Are you ready for a good old-fashioned goth, it is mostly goth, favorites video? Let's get started. Okay, so as with most favorites videos, honestly, I don't know if our favorites videos are still up, but I do enjoy doing them. I think they are. I think some of them are. You tell me. I don't know. Might have just, done some things there, but I have a lot to show you, so we got to get going. But I have put them in categories. And the first category I want to talk about is movies. Now, I'll put it out there. There are no books in this favorites. I know I'm a failure. Look, there's been a lot of painting going on. I don't have anything to prove. And a lot of chronic fatigue. So it's been like work is over and I'm just tired. So in the future, we will be moving back into the reading is the hope, she keeps saying, but I have made time for some movies. And I mean, the last few movies I've watched, I really enjoyed all of them, but there are two that I've enjoyed the most. And if you're interested in what I'm watching, I have been documenting it on Letterboxd. It's in the description down below. It is a place to document what you are watching. They don't currently include TV, but I know that it's being actively worked on. I had an account ages ago and then just brought it back. So it's just, and it's kind of made me want to watch more. But as you know, I've wanted to up the horror in both film and books. So the two that I want to shout out, and I am like late to the game to this, are both Zach Cregger films. Been getting a lot of accolades, that one. I mean, literally, I don't remember the main actress of Weapons won an award. So those movies are Weapons. Got to talk about that one. And then I also watched Barbarian because as soon as I saw Weapons, I had to see Barbarian. If I had to pick of the two, I would definitely pick Weapons. But I feel like that's also the progression of any artist. Like it just gets better and better. Like I think those are the only movies he's made. Like it's just mind blowing. But I think just to summarize, like if you haven't heard of Weapons, what are you doing? I mostly heard it from some horror YouTube channels. And I just got the impression that it was going to be a little different. And for those of you who have been interested in horror, and I've been a horror lover since I was like 5, and I watched The Exorcist and Aliens and all the things that maybe most normal young girls don't watch. And I loved them. Then you also know like there's been a lot of periods of, or just a lot of movies that are just like the same thing, or, just periods of like torture movies, like the whole Saw thing that continued on into others where I feel like, and a lot of horror lovers have felt like there needed to be sort of new life and new creations and something different in the horror genre. Because, there's always going to be weird tropes, and not weird, but just tropes, because how else do you get somebody in a position without making some stupid decisions, you know what I mean? But talk about different, like that's what I like about Zach Cregger's films is they are very different, not just in like, and he does capture like the creep really well. And horror is proper horror, but it's like kind of weird too. It's unexpected. And the way he shoots things is really cool. I remember in Barbarian, there was a shot in the car looking at her and the way he pulled it out of the car. I don't know. I just like, and then backed completely out of the car. I don't know how the shot was done, but it was really, really cool. So I just appreciate like the artistic style. So those are like the movie genre. Wait, oh my God, I totally forgot. What is the name of that show? Okay, we have a show. What the heck is that name of that show? So if you haven't seen Jury Duty, first go watch that. But this show is brand new, and I don't know as of this moment if they've released the next few episodes. I know it was coming up, but it is by the Jury Duty people, and it's called Company Retreat, and it is literally that. It's like if you aren't familiar with the whole concept, what it is, and I didn't know they were going to take it like in a totally different area, is just taking a whole group of actors, it seems like creating like a loose plan. Like it feels almost like a Saturday Night Live situation in a way, because there's got to be a lot of like improv and impromptu sort of decisions, but there's got to be some degree of a script to go off of. But everybody is an actor except one person. And I'll tell you, I went through Jury Duty and I'm a pretty skeptical person. I did not believe. I was like, there's no way. And then I got to the end, and I'm not going to spoil anything, but I was like, yeah, that person definitely did not know what they were in for. And I'm kind of curious if I'll feel that way. But it is freaking hilarious. I also feel like if you're just an Office fan and you're good with the humor that just like, I don't know if hits hard is the right thing. Feels like, oh, that should be inappropriate, or like most people would say that's inappropriate. If that is your kind of humor, which is my kind of humor, that might not be the best way to describe it. Like maybe British humor, I guess it's kind of like that. It is so funny. Like we were laughing. I think I was laughing more in this one than Jury Duty. So anyway, there's 3 things apparently. So that is like TV, and that's just film. Yeah. Okay. What are we doing next? Let's do hygiene. I've got just 2 things, if you want to call it hygiene. They're both like teeth related things. We have been using the brand Bite for toothpaste and mouthwash. And there's a couple like really, the predominant benefits of those are they're very eco-friendly. Like they're little like hard like pills that you, not a pill, capsules, I don't know, that you chew on to have like mouthwash or toothpaste. And so you're reducing your plastic, which is great. And then the other thing, what is it called? Nano something? Is it the same thing as this? Nano hydroxyapatite, that, which I think we remember, we read into it like when we first started that. It was something about like it naturally occurs in your teeth, if I remember right. It's just been popping up in research back then, I think even still now. And personally, like I will get a cavity every so often. Like I know this is working. I think there's a couple other things I've been doing that are working. Cause yeah, I have a lot of jaw issues and stuff like that. We've gotten into those in like mental health and health videos. But we did try out a new one because we were at Walmart. Hate to admit that, but she's nearby, okay? And we tried out Boca. I think we've seen it before. And I think it was on sale. We did the refreshment. Obviously, this is not going to be like a reduction in plastic, but she's a tasty business. So like that part of it, but it also has the nano hydro you know, that thing in there. So, been enjoying that. I don't think we'll be moving away from the mouthwash for sure. And maybe we just, I don't know, we'll see how it goes. Because we love the mouthwash. I just feel like it's really healing. And then the other thing, it looks like an A word, you know, this biatch over here. It says on it, Dental Pod Pro. We're getting real fancy here, okay? Got to keep the real life stuff. I mean, it's all real life. What am I saying? But if you are like me and you clench or grind, then you probably have a night guard. And if not, I would look into that. It is just there to protect your teeth. So it can be really helpful. I wish I knew that much sooner in my life, but as it turns out, for a long time, I was brushing my night guard with my toothbrush, my electric toothbrush. And I remember coming across like just information that that's not the best thing in the world and can actually like reduce the life of it and it's not great either bacterial wise, you know. So I had been seeing stuff like this. Sorry, it's a favorites. Actually used it, so needs cleaning. And this one is a Dental Pod Pro. So you put your night guard in there. So I would imagine if you have a retainer or something like that, you can do it too. I don't know if it has metal, if you can do it. And then like, what does it do? Ultrasonic something? It cleans it. I just do it at night. So it's clean before I use it. And that's the hygiene portion. You know, let's keep in like the Bath and Body. We'll just kind of keep Bath and Body all together. We'll do hair care. So I have gotten a couple comments complimenting my hair. But the truth of the matter is, like, I've spent, we'll just say it, 40 plus years of my life trying to figure out how to maintain this situation. If you have curly hair, then you know, like you just experiment with so many different things. You try all the things on YouTube, all the different curly hair routines, and it doesn't necessarily work for you always because everybody's curly hair is different. So it's just a constant like trying of new things and pairing with things. But I've got a couple that I've really, really loved. One thing I will note that has really worked for me regardless of, I've only tried 2 brands, is introducing a mousse. I've used a mousse. I used to use a mousse in my hair ages ago. I actually do like a gel, a cream, and a mousse. We do the whole thing. And then like a little, what is this called? Shiny situation is what we'll call it. But a mousse has really been a game changer. The other thing that's really been a game changer is what they do say, what these gurus out there do say as far as like really drenching your hair, especially if you are like me and you have low dense, what is it called? Low porosity hair. They're not kidding. Like I get out of the shower and I put the product in. Mousse is normally my last step, but I add a lot more water to it, like drenched, like you're just like squishing the shit out of it. But this is like one of the last steps, and I have been using the Not Your Mother's Curl Talk Mousse, and I really, really dig it. I think it does give a little bit of kind of crunch to it. I think it's this product that does it. It's hard to tell when you're using multiple products. So it kind of holds it for a bit, and then you just, you know, this is just curly hair, and then you just crunch it out. So really, really loving that. And then I feel like this is giving me nostalgia, Garnier. Like, I don't know why, just grew up with it. Like, it was just, as a girl, that's what you had, is some Garnier products. But what I've liked about them is they've switched to having a lot of their products be vegan friendly. If you don't know, I am a vegan. Why do I have to say it that way every time? It's just mocking the people that say it that way. I love it. I enjoy a good mocking, you know what I'm saying? But what this is I like to add like a little bit of either an oil, not too over the top. I don't want it to be greasy. But this is like a shine. I feel like there's so many other products too that would work as well. This is just what's been working for me. But like I said, it's nice that it actually says vegan straight on the thing. So they've had a lot of products. And I also love the smell of Garnier's products. They all pretty much smell the same. So, and then the last, we kind of have like, actually, we have quite a bit. The last thing, because look, favorites videos, they don't need to be new. They hopefully you've been using the things for a while. I find it a little weird to have a favorites video of something you've never used, but these things I've been using for a while, but I don't know about you when you're buying something like a scent or maybe like a candle or anything scent wise. Sometimes it could take a while to figure out what is a scent you really vibe with, and you got to test a lot. It's a little like hair. And when it comes to the Bath and Body Works, we have a lot of leftover. We'll see how much we buy when they drop the Halloween line this year. I have a lot to get through. As it turns out, I don't use lotion. She doesn't put lotion on the skin as much, so I'm trying to do that a little bit more. But I have learned what my favorite 2 scents are. I love other ones. I love Candy Apple Cauldron. It's a nice vibe, but I have 2 favorites, and this one maybe, and it's almost always Halloween. Well, the other one isn't. I know for some people it's not their favorite. It's Ghoul Friend. Love it. I think it just, look, it's giving off the Haunted Mansion vibes a little bit. Dark strawberries, ghostly peony, and spine-chilling citrus. I love the smell of peonies. They're probably my favorite flowers. I love strawberry. I guess that makes sense. So that's one of my favorite scents. And then this scent, which I did see they have a candle that is exclusive only online. Just putting it out there, you know what I'm saying? A girl's birthday comes up in July. Unfortunately, July is not that far away. I don't want to think about that weather-wise, but I've been using this for a long time, but the scent itself is one of my favorites. And quite fitting for my vibe, just like marketing-wise and design of the products. It is Into the Night, and it is a whole range. It's an all year round situation, but this one in particular, I'm not gonna do it because it's gonna get all over myself. It is a glotion is what they're calling it. A glotion. That's nauseating. We don't need to do that. But it is like a lotion that is like glittery. I love a glittery, shimmery business. And it's just nice and buttery, and it doesn't lotions. I feel like we can all be kind of particular in like what the residue they leave. But yeah, I really like that. I don't think I ever bought the scent in a spray or anything like that. And now I want the candles. So, but I've come to learn what my 2 favorite scents are. So those are those. I think the last bath and body and beauty area is going to be makeup. So 2 things. I've tried a lot of makeup, but this is a favorites video. Like, I want to give you the best of what I feel like I've tested. And this brand I've tried before. It is the Lip Bar. I got it in like a deep brown color, and the color didn't work for me. But he actually purchased this because he's going to be testing out some makeup and eyeshadow, and I'm going to make him do that this weekend. We're going to do that. It's going to happen. But yeah, and I'm not surprised that you came across this brand because it's, especially the lip products are pretty well known. But what's different about these, so I've been using, I forget which, I've recommended it before, a different liquid lip what is the brand? Oh, NYX XXL is what I've been using, and I do like it. But what I like about these, so just for reference, this color, it's the black one. It's back to black. And then this one on the bottom is Drama Queen. It is what I'm wearing. So it's like a really, really deep purple. It's probably my favorite of the two, but I love me a black color. But what I like about it the most, I feel like you need more care in applying it because it is a little bit more liquidy, but it's super duper light. Like I was like, oh, that's what people are talking about as far as it being really lightweight. Feels like it's almost not on your face. So yeah, oh wait, one more. It's a beauty product, kind of decor piece-ish. So because he was getting into makeup and needed some brushes, I actually needed brushes too. If you watched that Gothic beauty box that we unboxed, I am waiting on. We did do a full subscription. I got a brush in that one, but I was excited about it because the brushes that I have are like, they're more eco brushes, and to be honest, they're really kind of rough. So I've wanted a proper, and I only have like 4 of them, like a full set. So long story short, he bought a full set of brushes. These guys right here. So a lot of them, like I've never experimented with these shapes. I probably won't use all of them, but I like having the option. But then I got something to put it in. Come on now. We are called Crypt and Crescent. I love me a cemetery. And obviously in a cemetery is a gravestone. So this was just on Amazon. It had been in my wish list for a bit. I've been like adding things in my wish list. I have that down below. So if you're curious what I'm interested in, that is always in the description. But I didn't think this set would fit in there, but it fits perfectly. And I like that it has like an opening of bats right there. It says RIP. And I also like that it's the same on both sides. Like they didn't skimp out on that. And it was, I think, quite affordable. So I just got to figure out where in the bathroom I'm putting it, or maybe we eventually have a vanity space. So yeah, that is like a wrap on the Bath and Body. The not Bath and Body Works. Let's do food. I am a foodie. I love the foods. Although, to be honest, ever since both of us have been on drugs, should I just leave it at that? Been on ADHD drugs and pretty well found out what works for us. Medication, excuse me. It's really dropped our appetite, which has been great for weight loss. Well, I haven't lost a lot of weight, but you have. It's just like we don't have as much of a desire. Like I could eat all the time before that. So in a way it's a perk, but in a way it's like taken away of the joy of eating. But I still love me some food. This is not glamorous stuff here. We've got a couple of drinks and I'm going to start with a Coca-Cola. It's not this one. We'll put an image up. Cherry Float Coca-Cola. So good. Apparently it's not a limited edition. So I don't know. We'll have a photo over here. If you need a photo of what that looks like. Yeah, I think I even posted in the Discord group and shared. It is so good. And then keeping with drinks, I'm not much of a drinker, of the alcoholic variety, but I like a good, like, we're not wine people. I think we could be down with like a glass of champagne every so often, but like, I don't know. We're not really. Anyway, what are we saying? Since moving to Portland, Oregon area, is kind of known for a lot of things that they produce a lot of, whether it be like coffee, or cider would be another one I can think of, but there's probably a lot of other things that would be very associated with beer. Yeah. But cider was like never on my radar until we moved here, and they have so many options. And it's like kombucha for me, at least. It was a bit of an acquired taste, but I loves it. And I came across one, literally have it in my fridge. I might have it tonight. And I think, isn't this brand like local too? Or no? Yeah, it is. Redmond, Oregon. I had a feeling she was local. So I don't know if it's nearby to you. Hopefully it's spread far and wide, but it is the brand Avid. To be honest, when you're not a drinker, I feel like I'm a bit of a lightweight, but I think it's an advantage because you save yourself some money. You only need a drink or two and you're good to go. And sometimes I just want one. But I felt like I don't like things that taste super alcoholic, and I like a good berry flavor. But I like a little bit of a buzz and something that just chills me out because, man, I've needed it. Work's been a lot of working, okay, and hard to just separate once over. But I was surprised because this one is 6.2%. that I thought it was going to be really hard, but it is super, and it's blackberry, super berry flavored, like very berry forward, very rich. I don't know how else to describe it. It surprised me. It's really, really good. Highly recommend. And then, oh, and we were gonna, I mean, you guys have seen this, but we've done a vlog, I think at least taking you once, to Veggie Grill. Veggie Grill isn't like the fanciest of places as far as like vegan options, but, cause it's kind of more of a casual, I wouldn't call it fast food, but quick service, I guess that's probably the best way to put it. But man, their menu, like all of their food, ever since they were bought out by Next Level Burger, which are just so good. If you have a Next Level, go to it. Huh? And also from Oregon. Yeah. Yeah, it's really, really improved ever since. And it wasn't bad. And very affordable option too. But we recently tried, I think it was when we went to go see Ghost that we tried it, or was that the second time, which is a huge topic of this video. They have 3 different kinds of tacos. That's what I'm putting in this video. What were they? There was like the cauliflower one, so good. We'll probably have like, I'll put a little, I won't do it, he's gonna do it, but a little video over here that you probably already seen, but they're tacos. I think is a cauliflower one. Do you remember the other two? There's like a vegan, like ground meat kind of one, I think. Oh, the fish one. Yeah. Vegan, obviously. But man, it's so tasty. We have come to learn it depends on the location you go to. I think that's most restaurants that are franchises. Like it's down to the care of making the food. And downtown Portland is the best place to go. So yeah, so good. That is the food category. I think honestly we've come across a lot. Oh, those chips from Walmart are really, really good. I forget what they are. They're like garlic or something. It's their Better Goods brand or whatever the heck it's called. It was a flavor like garlic jalapeno or something. Really, really good. Yeah, some sort of pepper. Before we get into the real main event, the other thing purchased by this one over here for our one and only remaining cat. We will not feel the emotions right now. She's getting up there in age, you know, and she also, I think even if she wasn't up there in age, she just like doubts herself when it comes to like jumping up on things. So he's been, especially my bed. So if you're familiar with the Haunted Mansion bedroom, it's higher up now. And she's done it, but she'll just like sit there and she'll just look at it and like, can I do it? And let a little butt wiggle kind of thing. And she can, but to kind of like, especially because she is getting older, I mean, whatever, I guess it's fine. It was his idea. But he bought these like kind of fabric foldable, like kind of pop out set of stairs for her. We'll have like, maybe it's already going, of an image here. And so we have it next to my bed. She has used it once, so far, because you know with cats, like you could buy things and they just don't even get touched. They sniff it and then that's it. They don't need fancy things, but she does seem to appreciate. I found out at 3 in the morning when or 4, I don't know, it's quite early, when she just sat at the top of them, just staring at me like a crazy person, crazy cat. But I don't know, I'm happy for her because it's just a lot easier for her to get up. So nothing glamorous, but enjoying it. And I also feel like because it can pop out and everything zips together, that we can use it for storage. So we might put like some cat stuff in there. So, and that'll like weight it too, but it's pretty sturdy. What do we pay for that?
36.
36? Yeah, I think it's worth the 36. Okay, my friends, we are gonna get into the real bulk of this video. If you are not familiar, I'm an ADHD girl, and as an ADHD, we're both ADHD, but as ADHD people, huh?
But
Not girls. Sorry, I was gonna make another comment. And if you are ADHD, then you know about like a hyperfixation or special interest. If you are autistic, like there's a lot of overlap there, and we are in both of those categories. And so basically, like you have a deep love of something, and you never tire of it, you know what I mean? So we are going to dive into music right now. I think, do we just start with, before we get to this is essentially going to become a haul as well. So welcome to my haul favorites video. Should we start with, yeah. I think before I get into the actual haul, and the other band, which you should be aware of if you've been watching the channel recently, I have to mention, and if you have not been aware of this singer, then maybe you live under a rock, because I came across her and she's just blown up on YouTube. Apparently hit #1 on the billboards, and that is maphra. I say it as maphra. I think it's much cooler than maphra. We'll wait and see what she says, but I sat and watched. So there's like, she doesn't have a lot of videos out there. They're all covers. I've not watched all of them. I think I just want to like savor it, but I have watched the 2 that have really taken off. And the one that I watched first, and I kind of wish I caught myself like recorded watching it for the first time, is Doomed by Bring Me the Horizon, who honestly I was never aware of. So it was the first time hearing that song. I do really dig them, but not gonna lie, I think she just takes it to a whole other level. Same for both of those songs. That's my personal opinion. So when I saw her, I mean, we'll just have an image over here. I'm sure she's probably in the thumbnail. It's quite obvious why I vibed with her, just like aesthetically and in appearance. But when I first watched Doomed, let me preface that, like, I don't know, how do you want to genreify the bands that we tend to listen to? Rock? Yeah. Metal? Yeah. But the kind of, I guess, what kind of genre is it that we don't really like? There's really a word for it. I think there's a couple subgenres that would encapsulate it. Yeah, I guess well, country as a whole, we don't care for country. Gross. Yeah, I guess death metal maybe is the best example. We're not people that really like, and it might be deceiving by our appearance, screaming, like constant like screaming where you don't know what they're saying. And it's like almost all that they're doing, or even when they're not, like, just like, yeah, that like, what are you even saying? We care a lot about the messaging, the lyrics, like the poeticism, if you will. We're making up a lot of words that goes into things like, you know, when an artist, like a singer, makes their art, there are so many facets of it, from how they perform it to like, you know, in their face, to the theatrics of it, which we'll talk about in a second, with another band, to the actual lyrics that they have written and made, and what they're telling, what story they're telling. So that kind of stuff, like, it just doesn't do it for me. But what I liked about her, so when I watched Doomed, it's, I don't know, she's just like next level, insanely impressive, because she actually, I was going to be really judgmental of those people. We won't do that. We could just raise people up. She has an incredible singing voice, like, but then it moved into screaming. But I knew what words she was saying. Like, that's what I like. I could still hear it. And you know what, just go watch it. I don't think there's more I need to say on it. I think it's pretty self-explanatory in the amount of views that she has been getting so fast. And hopefully, you know, has been getting noticed in places, as long as that aligns with what she wants. I assume it's the career that she wants, but the way she could flip from one to the other, from just like this beautiful, ethereal, like kind of ghostly, haunting way of singing, into this like visceral, angry, maybe not angry, but strong. It's like I said to Matt, I'm like, that's real feminism right there. Like, that is a bitch that is soft and hard all at the same time. And I feel like that's a real, like, strong woman. Like, you are vulnerable, but you are capable too. And her capabilities of just switching into that, and on top of it, like the way she emotes. Now, this is just going off of those videos, so I'd love to see her live, but you can see how she feels the song. And for me, I struggle connecting with singers who, it just feels like they're not putting a lot of emotion into it. They're not feeling the lyrics of the song. And it's just mesmerizing, and I get chills almost every time. I did also watch Circle With Me by Spirit Box, which apparently is quite a big, popular band. I was never aware of them. I also, now that I've listened to the other by Courtney LaPlante, I still prefer maphra. She is fucking amazing. Please go watch it. I almost wish I didn't tell you all the details, because I went in and I was like, what the frick am I watching? I couldn't look away. It's incredible. Okay, so, and then the last bit of music, and this is where we're going to have a pretty big haul. This is going to be a long favorites video. We've already talked about it, my friends. She's on my hoodie. This is a favorite right here. This hoodie is so cozy. We didn't get to capture it on camera going to see this band. How long ago was this? The band is Ghost, by the way, if it's not abundantly clear. So yeah, February 17th, we went and saw it. So nice to have a band come to Portland, for crying out loud. Rammstein, please, I get it that you only do, you know, the bigger situations. So probably not happening in Portland, but yeah, so we went and saw them. I had listened to them, but I think, and I had this feeling because he's been quite, is obsessed a fair way to put it? Yeah. Obsessed with them for how long would you say? Like a year now? So I've heard the songs, like so many of the songs, from him playing them over and over again. But for me, I think I just also struggle with, like, I like to be the one to find the thing, even though he's introduced me to so many things. Like Rammstein is one of my favorite bands, and I probably maybe would have never come across them if not for him. So, and that's probably the case for Ghost too. But I was saying, hopefully I just hit the mic there. We didn't record this because one of the other things that I loved is at the concert, I did get a clip afterwards, at the ritual, excuse me, this is like an experience. We are being, what was the phrase that they say? Satanized. Oh yeah, we're being Satanized. And it really is a ritual. It's not even a concert. It's just so fucking theatrical. And if you aren't aware, it is, I don't know if predominantly run is the best way. Like, people say the band, and it is a band. And it's one thing that I love about the singer, Tobias, who doesn't just put the focus on himself. Like, you could see it in the music videos. If I could recommend one, what would you recommend? Because I'd say Lacrima. Go watch Lacrima, but also the latest. What is the name of that one? Umbra. Go watch that. If you are into, like, it's very vampiric vibes in that, in the music video. It's so fucking artistic and cool, and like you feel like you're watching a movie, and poetic and all the things. But what I liked about this concert, and we knew going in, other than the fact that it's just really theatrical and it's just an experience, it's a ritual, okay, is there's no filming. You actually, what are those things called? You lock up your phone in a little thingy, a little sachet, and then you walk out and you give them the sachet. A yonder pouch is apparently what it is. Why are we getting so close? I'm so sorry. So yeah, basically you put it in the yonder pouch, zip it up, and then your phone is away. And the whole point, if it isn't obvious, is to be in the experience of the ritual so much more. And I think it seems like some other singers and bands are maybe taking note of that. I can't remember. I feel like I came across one, but I really appreciated that about it, because that's like, that is the point of art, to appreciate it and not, like, you know, be filming every 2 seconds. So love that. And then also, you know, I got this to show it off because I got a lot of things to show off. It's probably my favorite thing I got. I like the back, but it's very comfy. And I'm not a big, are we in frame? You getting my spiny business? I wasn't a big full-on hoodie person, but I like it. Okay, so anyway, amazing band. I think my favorite song right now is probably Year One. What would you say is your favorite song? If you want to give the people something to start with. We've already mentioned them, so like. Right now? I mean, huh? Umbra? Yeah, that's up there for me too. All right. Are you ready for the biggest ghost haul? Actually, let me show you my shirt. I'm just going to strip down real quick. I did get, this is going to be a problem with the mic, I think. Is that enough? Is this the review of your lifetime? Can you lift it up? Strip me. Anyway, the back of it is like, isn't that all the places they stopped? I feel like we're about to do something very naughty. But it's Portland. Where's Portland's at the top, right? What are we just doing here right now? So inappropriate. Okay, let's get into the actual clothing, which, not just clothing, sorry, all the ghost things. We're doing a full-on haul here. You stalk around and you're gonna get the goods. And these goods were ordered from Hot Topic and Ghost's website itself. So let's get going. So what we got at Hot Topic are, and this is like a his and her situation. So he got this one. Now, if you want to comment, so I haven't like come to learn like sort of all of the bands or which Papa's which, okay? I do like the latest Papa 5. If you don't know, and also speaking of which, I could probably include this in the watching, in the movies and the TV, but there is an actual movie. Like, what do they call it? Right Here, Right Now. She made me cry, okay? Really good, but there's just a lot of lore. And if you watched the living room, like putting out the furniture and stuff, you would see that there are even some comics and there is more coming. I'm going to read that. That's happening this weekend. So it sounds like most everything is Papa 5. I would also say I was quite impressed with this one because we both love an acid wash. So as you can tell, he's set right up for spring with this one. Easy breezy, beautiful ghosty tea, but it's really, really soft. I was impressed with that. So that is his. We'll just go out of order. All right, really quick. Here are the shirts that he got. Apparently only he got. So there is that one. Oh, yeah, it is the Iron Maiden one. So we got an Iron Maiden one. Here's that. We're doing a quick fire situation. Ugh, he did yellow. Okay. What is this? The Swirling Skeletons. I mean, they just always have some like really cool, intricate stuff going on in the design. And then this is my favorite color palette of theirs, like the purple and the blue. I'm kind of jealous of you. I might have to borrow this one. Yeah, I love a good purple and blue vibe. I know at least one of you loves a good purple and blue. No, wait, you're more of a purple and green. I'm thinking of Justine. I got you. I remember. But yeah, look at that. Kind of a masquerade vibe, you said. And then we each got this one. I mean, who doesn't love a good top hat vibe? Wait, is that like a house in the, like a haunted house? Oh my God, I didn't see that. Top hat sassy is what Hot Topic said about this shirt. I did not even see like the haunted house in the background. And then we got some bats. Come on, do you see why I vibe with this band? And hopefully coming across more of you that do, because I just feel like it's right up the goth vibe. So then we got, this is his. I want to say I want to borrow it. I think it might be a little too wide on me. It is a medium. Yeah, I'd probably have to do a small in this, but really cool. Also an acid wash. She is a sweatshirty kind of short, but a little longer short. You got the ghost on that side. You got the Papa on that side. And then it actually has pockets like that. Got the little drawstring situation. And then I think we already showed you the one pair of pajama pants that he got, but I got this one. So there's the crucifix there. It's just a repeating crucifix. If you aren't familiar, that's what that is. And then it says ghost. I was really tempted by the one that he got because I do love the color palette, but I had to be honest with myself and I probably wasn't gonna, like in a t-shirt, yeah. But I wasn't gonna wear too much color, but then it was on clearance at Hot Topics. I almost got it when I was there the other day. Really, really soft. And if it helps you at all, I'm like 5'3" and the small size at Hot Topic, because they have like a lot of pajama pants and they're all basically the same size. That's what fits me. It is a little lengthy, but also at Hot Topic, they had the, what do they call this? We'll just say Skeletor Collector's Coin, which is the tour that we attended in good old Portland, but they had a coin for it, which is pretty cool. If you saw, we did get a coin while we were there, but not too shabby a coin, like for Hot Topic. That one's a little bit more basic, that side, but all right, that's the last Hot Topic. Now let's do direct from their website. We have ordered a lot of things from their website. We have Frater Imperator. Those were two different ways, and you said yes to both. We're going with both. Him, and then, shoot. What did you say? Oh, the Skeleton Dancer, which, by the way, when you watch that movie, because you will, it's gonna do it. I don't like when people tell me what to do in the comments. You can go bleep yourself. So feel free to say the same thing to me. No, don't. I'll delete it. Anyway, if you watch the movie, they are the coolest thing ever. I was going to say more, but just, you know, we won't spoil anything, but loved them. So I actually bought this for myself and then he bought this one, but who knows? I mean, this will probably live in your space. Did appreciate the little detail on the lapel there. And these were like all over the place at the concert. I'm guessing they come out with a plush like at every concert or something. Okay, we're getting into the extra interesting things. It's all interesting. Oh wait, no. One more shirt, you guys. I missed out on some cool ones. Because if you watch the Christmas video, I got him some really cool Christmas ones. But I did get this one. Wasn't this like, didn't they call it like a trooper or something? Almost like an Iron Maiden situation. Torso. This is a zombie. Come on. I mean, to be honest, I'm a person that will pick a vampire over a werewolf and a werewolf over a zombie, but I also love a good coming out of the graveyard situation. Don't hate a zombie. Just not a lot of great zombie movies out there, I feel like. So anyway, that one's mine. And now it is the burnt ghoul mask. We do have one mask that is only acquirable at the ritual. And I don't think you guys saw that one. But anyway, we got the ghoul mask. So I feel like I pushed you to get it because I thought it'd be really cool to just like have all of the masks from Arthur, well, his masks, Papa's masks, and then the ghouls and ghoulettes, and just like have them like displayed, the evolution of them. But now I've had a thought of like, these would still legit fit in this house, like in the vibe we're going for, like maybe do something cool and like frame it or have it just like leaning on a shelf or something. So we got that one. I will say, like, it's not fitting my face. Do we put that one in the thumbnail or do we go with this one? And then we have this one. It's basically like the top of a gas mask. I feel like it is missing the gas mask portion, but most of the masks that they have, the mouth portion is still open because I mean, the ghouls and ghoulettes do sing, or some of them do. So I'm gonna leave that a little exposed. Or I imagine that would be challenging, but I'm thinking this is like silicone. I don't know. Also a little big for me, but she could just be displayed. And then we have accessories and jewelry. So we each got, I got my keys right over there because I have a spot for my keys now. It's amazing. We each got a crucifix keychain. I love the detail of this one. So I believe these are probably stainless steel. I don't know. I feel like they could be good earrings. You know what I'm saying? Okay, what else we got? Oh yeah, this I got. I don't actually know what I'm gonna put it on. I have this sucker right here. Are you getting it? Like, should I just, you know, do you see the little cross on there? Oh, I thought it was a bell. It's not. Oh, okay.
It's the thing the smoke comes out of.
Oh. Anyway, I still dig it. It is a charm. I don't know if we're coming across here. And then speaking of charm, because I got jealous of his charm bracelet, I got me a charm bracelet. And so it comes with 3 charms on it, and then you can buy the others separately. I like the chain itself. It's very different. And then here are the charms. And then that one says ghost. Here is the crucifix like symbol. And then Papa 4, and then we got the crucifix again. So we have 2 crucifixes, yeah. It's cute. I love me a charm bracelet. And then he also got this one before, but I did miss out on having my own crucifix pin. It's very cool. So there's that. It's a pin, by the way. And then the last one, we both got one of these. I love it so much. I guess you would call this like a rosary bead necklace, yeah. And I feel like I have to preface this. I don't know why. Maybe because there are some people that were like surprised that we're not religious, but we celebrate Christmas. Like, you know, there's a lot of ways to approach things, right? Like, and not everybody has done that, but you will notice like over time, things that are added to the walls that might be considered more religious. Although I guess rosary beads, you could tie those into even like, can you tie those into Buddhism? Not so much, right? It's kind of more Catholic, right? I know very little about religion, so that was me pretending to know something. But yeah, you'll notice like a lot of symbolism, maybe some crosses and things like that. Like, it ain't got nothing to do with religion for us. I just think it's really cool. And yeah, I like this. It's very kind of reflective, the bead that they chose to do, but it comes down at a like V shape, like a drop necklace, which I don't have a drop necklace until now. And then you have the crucifix symbol. Is that the best way to put that? Right there. She's a pretty long one. So we each have that. And have we covered it all? I feel like we've covered it all. It might have been the most unusual favorites video you've ever seen. including a haul and a pretty deep dive into an addiction. We have a problem. Just kidding. It's not a problem. And that's a wrap on this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.